This video was made possible by the EA Game Changers program. Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Now this speed build is special since we're going to be using some of the new items from the Sims 4 Moschino Stuff Pack. First off, I just want to give a huge thank you to EA and the Game Changers program for providing me with an early access code for the pack so that I could make some early access content for you guys. So on the channel you guys will be able to see some speed builds and create sims, and I will also be doing some full build by and create sim overviews as well, maybe even a gameplay overview if I have time. But yeah, those are all of the things that will be coming up before the pack releases, or like just after the pack release or something like that. But if you want to get the pack for yourself, it will be available tomorrow. So the 13th of August, it will be available tomorrow, so you guys can pick it up then if you want to. But yeah, so basically this is a industrial modern kind of factory build, and if you guys aren't like regular viewers on the channel, you will already know that I'm not good at building factories, or like I'm okay at doing industrial interiors, not so much exteriors, and modern is just totally out of my comfort zone. So yeah, I was really nervous trying to build this, but I actually really like the way it turned out. And since this is the first video going up where I'm using the new items, I thought I would talk a little bit about some of the items that come with the pack, since obviously the build by overview isn't out yet, but I will be doing a full build by overview. If any of you guys want to maybe see some of the items in more detail, or watch me go through all of the color swatches or something like that, I will be doing one full like overview of create a sim and build by, but they will probably be out definitely after this video. I don't know if they're going to be out on the same day. This is going out on Monday obviously, but I don't know if they're going to be coming out today or tomorrow before the pack releases. Either way, just keep your eyes on the channel and remember to hit the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever a new video comes out. But yeah, so this build was definitely inspired by the new items. It was mainly inspired by the new windows and doors that we got, since my heart kind of stopped a little bit when I saw the trailer for these, and when I saw these in the trailer and I saw SimGuru Ninja's Twitter like header that he posted, a little sneak peek of some of the build by objects. My heart stopped a little bit when I saw these windows. They're gorgeous. They're definitely something that we have been needing in the game for so long. Some really nice industrial styled windows. Literally my only complaint with them, with the windows like specifically, is that they only come in like a short wall height. They don't come for medium wall height or tall wall heights. That's a little bit annoying, especially considering the style that they're in. I would have thought they would have came in at least some medium wall height windows as well, but unfortunately they don't. But that's not the end of the world. And then for the doors are really nice. But yeah, two things with the doors as well. They aren't exactly the same width as the windows are. So they're not exactly as wide, so they don't line up as nicely, as seamlessly when you put them next to each other. And they're also a different height from the windows, which is something that unfortunately the Sims 4 is really bad with, is lining up doors and windows to have them be the same height. It annoys me to no end. And yeah, the base game sliding doors that we got in like a patch a few months ago, or maybe it was last year, I can't even remember. They're a completely different height from all of the windows that we have in the game, and that's really annoying. But these doors, or this door I guess, since there is only one, is on the outside it looks like it matches the height of the windows perfectly. It has this little decorative thing at the top that makes it line up with the windows perfectly, but on the inside it's a little bit shorter, and that drives my mind nuts. My perfectionistic side is driven nuts by that, but you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Another thing with the windows is they don't come in one tile versions, which isn't, you know, the end of the world at all. I do build with CC sometimes, especially for my personal game, so I'm sure someone will make some gorgeous 1-tile and 3-tile versions of these windows, but they're really nice. I really like the color swatches, especially. They come in a bunch of plain colors like black and white and gray, but then they also have some that have these like more colorful like interior decorative details, like with the red, for example. For this build, I definitely channeled a lot of the red. I definitely took a lot of inspiration from the windows. So this whole build, most of the colors in this build is either black, white, a little bit of gray here and there, and then a lot of red. And there are 3 bedrooms in this build. So there's 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And 2 of the bedrooms aren't like red themed. One of them is more like black and gold themed, and the other bedroom is more like gray, black and blue. And then the last bedroom is actually definitely very much black and red inspired. But the idea for this build was I wanted to use a lot of these cool new photo items that we got for the photography, for the freelance photographer career that came with this pack. And these are really cool. I played around with them a lot, and they're so much fun. We have these 2 new like setups. This one, the one on the right that I put on a diagonal, is actually like a drape or a, I don't know what you would call it. I know nothing about photography, so yeah, it's not my like field of expertise or anything. But the one on the left hand side with the curve, that's really cool. I love that. There's so many different backgrounds for that item, and they actually move. So if you take multiple pictures, they will all have a little bit of a different background, just slightly different, but different enough that it won't look like your sim is standing in front of the same thing the whole time. And another thing that we got were these really cool picture frames. We actually got the one that's kind of like 3 pictures in one. You can have like multiple pictures in the frame. And the other 2 small frames that you guys saw me place down are actually like digital photo frames. So you can have you can put multiple pictures in them. They have like a little inventory that you can put a lot of different pictures in, and they will rotate out. You can actually change the like time that, or like I guess you could change out, yeah, the time that it changes out. So you can make it like 3 hours or 1 hour or something like that. So it changes out at different times to have different pictures in them. But yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to mention about like the photography studio that we're working on right now. As you guys can see, I did use a lot of like get famous items as well. I used those like, I don't know, fashion, what's the thing called, fashion influencer with that career. I think those things are, I don't know if they're base game or if they're from get famous. I can't remember, since I know the fashion influencer career itself is, I think, base game. I think, yeah, it's base game, right? Yeah, the fashion influencer career is base game. But yeah, I put a lot of like fashion influencer things in the like house as well, along with the photography stuff, since I did build this with specific Sims in mind. And you guys haven't seen the Sims yet. The video where I create the Sims will actually be up right after this one, probably about 2 hours after this video. But if you guys stick around until the screenshot, you'll actually be able to see some sneak peeks of the Sims on all of the empty photo frames that you will see me place around the house, in the bedrooms, in that front foyer area for the photo studio. I put a bunch of empty photo frames. In those frames, I will actually have pictures that I took in-game of the Sims that will be living here, just as a little sneak peek of them, and just to, you know, use a little bit of more of the decorative things that we got, and to make use of the new photo stuff, since I really did want to try it out. But yeah, basically, so the Sims living in this house, there's 3 roommates, and one of them is obviously a photographer to have a huge photography studio. But yeah, one of them is a freelance fashion photographer that came with this new pack, so that's the new career that came with this pack. And then we also have an athlete that kind of models in his free time. And then we also have a fashion influencer, and she's actually a really good model. She's actually really high up in her career, and she's a really nice model and stuff like that. She's not the stylist, she is actually like, I think it's called a trendsetter in the game, and in my mind that kind of sounds like a model. But yeah, so that's the Sims that will be living here, and their bedrooms are all going to be themed according to, you know, their personalities and stuff like that. Now, I don't really have anything else to say at the moment about the build, so I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit more about my thoughts of the pack. Now, if you did watch my trailer reaction video, I will leave a link to that on the screen for you guys if you wanted to watch it. But in my trailer reaction video, right at the end, I actually go in and I talk a little bit about my thoughts about this pack as a whole. And that was obviously before I even had it, before I could try out any of it. That was just my reaction of the trailer. And in the trailer, I said that I wasn't necessarily that excited for the pack, or at least at the beginning, I wasn't that excited for the pack. But having seen the trailer, I saw quite a few things that I could see myself using a lot, like the windows, some of the clothing items, you know, some of the build mode items as well. And that's totally true. That is definitely true. A lot of the things that came with this pack I will use a lot, like the windows, and a few of the clothing items are really, really nice as well. That rug as well, really love that rug, and the end tables that we got, and just a bunch of other things as well that came with the pack. I can't remember exactly like thing for thing what came with the pack, like item for item, but a lot of the things I will use a lot. The bookcase, some of the clutter items I will use a lot, and that's really great. I'm beyond happy with the like build and buy mode of this pack. Like really, they've outdone themselves. Like I didn't expect to get so many nice and usable items. And when I say usable, I mean like things that I can use in a regular build. Not things that are like super, kind of like Strangerville. Strangerville had a lot of themed items that were very much themed around the story aspect of that pack. And they're not things that you can use in your everyday, you know, run-of-the-mill family house, or even with modern houses or anything like that. They had to be very stylized builds. But the items in this pack, I can see myself using in a lot of different builds, and I can see myself using them in industrial builds, in modern builds, in even a few family homes and stuff like that. So a lot of the items in this are really versatile, and I will be getting a lot of use out of them. Now, as for the cast items of this pack, and this is going to sound really weird, since Moschino is a fashion house. It's literally centered around fashion in the real world, so you would expect the pack to have a majority of like fashion based things, so like creator sim items. But for me, build mode is actually more fleshed out than creator sim. And bear in mind, I haven't had a look at toddlers or children items. I forgot to do that when I did the creator sim. When I had a look at the creator sim, I only had a look at adults and young adults and stuff for them. But I can't think that they would have put in a lot of like kids stuff anyway, so I don't think I'm missing anything. But from what I've seen of creator sim, of just the young adult and adult items for both male and female, they're a little bit lacking, I guess. I mean, there are a lot of great items, a lot of the things I can see myself using, but then there are things like a skirt that I'll use that only has one color swatch. Literally, it's a really nice skirt. I love the fit of it, I love the style of the skirt, but it literally has one color swatch, and I'm just like, why? Why, when you're actually giving us a fashion themed pack, why not put as much, you know, clothing and stuff in it as you can? I mean, that just makes sense to me. And I mean, even just giving us a plain swatch for that specific skirt or something like that. And a lot of the other clothing items as well, they're a little bit limited on swatches, I guess. I mean, there are a few other things that I might point out in the creator sim video if I have time, that I end up using for the Sims, but they have like 2 color swatches. And I'm like, this would have been a really nice item if you gave me a few more color swatches. And yeah, just things like that. But for build mode definitely feels a lot more like fleshed out and more detail oriented, I guess, than creator sim does. which is really weird. Like I said, for a pack like a Moschino Stuff Pack, you would have expected to see more, you know, create some things. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm mainly a builder myself, so while I enjoy new creatism items, I always love new creatism items, like always. But mainly for me, since I do build a lot on the channel, I build a lot in my free time as well. Getting new build items is definitely one of my like top priorities when I'm looking for a new pack or when I'm getting excited for a new pack. I'm always thinking, what new build items am I getting? So yeah, for that, if you're looking for new build items, especially if you're looking for new modern build items, this pack is really great for that. And as for gameplay wise, I haven't tested out too much of the gameplay. I've played a little bit with photography, as I said, just to take the pictures for this specific house. But I haven't really played around with the career or anything, but I'm really looking forward to doing that. So yeah, I might do a like gameplay overview for that. I might not, depending on if I have time. But there will probably be a bunch of, you know, gameplay overviews on YouTube by the time I'm posting this, since I know a lot of game changers are really excited for the gameplay aspect of it, for photography and stuff. But yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to mention. I hope you guys enjoyed how this build turned out. If you did, give it a like. If you're new to the channel and this is the first video of mine you're watching, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy your time with us. I hope you like Sim stuff. Obviously, you probably like Sim stuff if you're watching this far into the video. But yeah, I do a lot of speed builds and creator sims on my channel. I also do CC haul videos and a bunch of other fun little things here and there. So I hope you'll stick around. If you want to, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And also remember to turn on the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you of whenever I upload a new video. That's really important. Otherwise, you might end up missing some things, since, yeah, YouTube is weird with its notifications and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having an awesome day, and that you're looking forward to the other videos, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye guys!